Typically, when I think of Illustrator artwork, I think of those very clean edges, that very computerized look. But sometimes you can break away from that if you want to get a little bit more artsy and have brush strokes that look like real paint, real brush bristles that dry over time, although that's simply an illusion. So what we can do is go to our brushes panel, which is located right here, the little paint can with the brushes sticking out of it, and then we can apply some artistic strokes to anything that we draw. So I'm going to choose my pen tool, or I can choose my brush tool if I want to, but I'm going to show you that I can just draw a stroke with the pen and apply the stroke to it, which is in this case charcoal. Now of course that doesn't look very special, but there are more brush strokes to choose from, and all you have to do is go to the bottom left of this panel to choose the Brush Libraries menu. I'm going to choose the artistic category, and I'm going to choose paintbrush. Now I have a whole bunch of cool brush strokes that I can apply here. I'll choose something very dramatic like this, or even this one, and this one, and when I move the artboard over, you see that we have this illusion of drying ink or drying paint as we create this stroke. And of course I can change the color of it at any time to whatever ink I want to use or paint. Now once again, it's pretty much an illusion, and all you have to do to change the stroke is click on it and change how that stroke is applied. If I go to the View menu and I choose Outline Mode, you see that it's simply a stroke with an attribute applied to it, and that attribute is what gives us that illusion of actual paint or ink on our brush. We can change how, let me go ahead and close this first of all, we can change how this stroke works at any time by choosing it in the Brushes panel and double-clicking on it. The Art Brush Options dialog box appears, and if you'd like to name your brush, feel free to do so. You can also change a couple of the options here. For example, the direction. And all you have to do is look at the arrow to tell what's going to happen when you click OK. Now, this is important. This dialog box pops up quite often, and it simply tells you that the brush you are trying to manipulate is currently in use, as in it's right here and we already have it open. What we can do is we can apply our changes to this brush that we have here, or we can leave it as it is and create a copy of it so that any future strokes will have this effect applied to it. So I'm going to apply the strokes, and I just change the direction of that stroke. I'll double click on my options again, and what I can also do is choose this option here, which is proportional. What proportional will do is it will try to follow the exact length of your stroke and apply this effect to it. I can also flip the stroke, and once I'm happy with it, I can click OK. Once again, your favorite dialog box appears, and I'm going to click Apply to Stroke. So, what you can do with art brushes is create a little bit of the illusion of an actual brush that has some kind of wet medium applied to it that will dry over time. And there are a lot of brushes to choose from. Just don't forget, go down to your options down here, choose a category, and double click on that particular stroke in the brushes panel to change its parameters.